Sing it, shout it, play it, dance it, paint it, say it, choreographed or off the cuff.
Welcome to the Northumberland Festival of the Arts. Today, we have a special presentation by Festival President Gwynn Scheltema. Gwynn will give us an update on what's been accomplished so far, where we are today, and what audiences can look forward to when the festival opens its many doors on September 16th, 2022. And now, let's hear from Gwynn.
NFOTA is really coming together, and it promises to be a unique and exciting 2 weeks of art and culture in September this year. Previous festivals in 2017 and 2019 in Coburg set the stage for this one. We wanted to build on those very successful festivals by expanding the scope of this festival. We set out to create opportunities for Northumberland artists and to help put Northumberland on the map as a cultural community, especially coming out of COVID. And this venture may well be the largest festival of its kind to be held in Northumberland. So how did we expand? Well, we expanded geographically. Typically, the 401 corridor is better serviced than the north and east of the county. Festival events in 2022 are still happening in Coburg, notably our bookend opening and closing events, but we're also holding events in other towns and villages. And those are Port Hope, Grafton, Warkworth, Trent River, Brighton, Castleton, Colborne, and Alderville, as well as a studio tour of Northern and Eastern artists' studios. We also expanded by collaborating with other arts organizations. So many artists and arts organizations are doing great things in artistic silos in this county. We wanted to collaborate and create a synergy so that we can all benefit from pooled efforts and rise on the same tide. We are proud to partner and collaborate with galleries, art clubs, art businesses, libraries, choirs, musicians, singers, visual artists, dramatists, and filmmakers. We also wanted to expand the number of events, performers, and artists. And to increase the number of events, we had to increase the time span. This festival now spans 16 days, from September 16th to October 2nd, 2022. And to date, it boasts nearly 50 events. We also wanted to increase our audience range. We have a loyal and supportive audience base from the previous festivals, and we will be certain to cater to that existing audience. But the last few years have seen a huge influx of new residents into Northumberland from the GTA, and we want to appeal to them too. In 2022, we have several events geared to youth, children, and families. And we wanted to rebrand and set the stage for outside funding. The previous festivals had been mounted by members of the Spirits of the Hills Arts Organization. Now, Northumberland Festival of the Arts is an autonomous, incorporated, not-for-profit organization. So in a nutshell, for 16 days, from September 16th to October 2nd, 2022, NFOTA will present nearly 50 events in 8 towns and cities in Northumberland across all artistic genres with the help of 40+ sponsors. And our theme for this festival is Celebrating Resilience. And here are some of those sponsors. Many artists and facilitators are also donating their time and talent or performing at reduced fees to help make NFOTA happen. As they say, it takes a village. And to help us spread the word, 3 local musicians got together and created an original theme song for us. The group, What Fun, donated this song to NFOTA for all our marketing needs. And here's a clip of the chorus.
Sing it, shout it, play it, dance it, paint it, say it, choreographed or off the cuff. Orchestrated works of art, solo and demos, we'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.
And here is your first sneak peek at our event calendar. Some things will change over the summer. Perhaps we'll add a few more. There might be 1 or 2 that change. But it gives you an idea of how many events are already confirmed. This calendar will go up on the website with links to the individual event details. Many of the events are free, and for those that are ticketed, ticket sales will open in June. The way we've organized it is we have concentrated the larger events on the weekends and filled the weekdays with smaller events like workshops and reading series. And to give you an idea of the artistic scope, I've color-coded the events on this slide. Anyway, so the red denotes our opening and closing ceremonies. The purple is drama. The green is music. Yellow is visual art and photography. Blue is literary. And gray is cross-genre or general interest. And you'll notice that on September the 30th, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, we have chosen not to program at all out of respect for our treaty partners. So let's look at the events a little more closely. We begin, of course, with opening ceremonies, this time at Victoria Hall in Coburg, a very grand and appropriate venue, we thought. Louise Half, Sky Dancer, our National Poet Laureate, is confirmed to open the festival. We'll hear What Fun sing our theme song. We'll be entertained by Ted Staunton Maple Leaf Champions Jug Band, who are sponsored by Friends of Music. We'll also hear from Mary Lynn Hammond, Jessica Outram, and see a premiere public screening of the multi-art video Arcadia by Dimitri Papatheodorou. At the end of the run, we will have a closing luncheon called Festival Finale. This will be a chance to recognize prize winners of the photography contest and the youth film contest, as well as volunteers and sponsors, and will be catered by Chef Michelle. In true finale style, guests will be entertained by the third and final presentation of Fantastic and Fantastical, staged readings of 3 one-act plays written by local playwrights. Fantastic and Fantastical is an example of an event that is being taken around the county. The last performance I mentioned would be at the closing lunch in Coburg, but the first 2 performances take place in Brighton on Saturday the 17th at Trinity St. Andrews, and then on Friday the 23rd at St. Paul's United Church in Warkworth. Coburg Museum is also setting up dinner theatre, Dining with Death, beginning on September 29th. NFOTA is thrilled to offer 5 music performances. September the 18th, at the Colores, you can enjoy classical music, kumbaya, Latin rhythm, and rock in the same concert. Hosted by the Canadian Tapestry and Texture Centre in Warkworth, experience how music and storytelling entangle and unapologetically combine with Guns N' Roses, Robert Schumann, Bizet, and Stephen Sondheim, among others. Tenor Fabian Asiniagas will share with you the journey that led him to make this musical soup. On September 24th, Les Amis presents Postcards of Northumberland in Coburg. Internationally acclaimed concert pianist Richard Herriot premieres his own composition, a specially commissioned piano suite inspired by his impressions of Coburg, Presqu'île, and points in between. David Shuchak, violinist and concertmaster of the Quinty Symphony, brings the wizardry of Sarasate and the elegance of his signature compositions and energy of beloved Canadian fiddle tunes to the concert stage. Art historian Evan McMurtry curates a collection of Northumberland images that set the mood for this extraordinary multimedia event. On September 25th, Port Hope Friends of Music presents an afternoon of Mozart and Chopin with international classic pianist Rosalia Griscio. On October 1st, local musician and singer Shannon Linton has brought together 14 artists for a unique concert called Together We Can, Music Across Generations. This intergenerational concert celebrates all things musical in Northumberland County, from fiddles to choir, wind ensembles to musical theatre. Come and witness the results of a week of collaboration and mentorship between paired local performers of all genres. Artists include Helen Landing, Sarah Lewis, Northumberland Wind Ensemble, Jessica Outram, Mary Schultz, Ted Staunton, the Absolutely Choir, Saskia Tompkins, and more. And the 5th concert is a performance of music and interpretive dance in harmony with sculpture and landscape at the Periphery Gallery outside Warkworth. And this musical performance is actually part of the Warkworth Gallery Hop on September 23rd. Art lovers can tour at their own pace through the Periphery Gallery, the Oak Heights Gallery, the Canadian Tapestry and Texture Centre, and take in a demonstration of ceramics or glass blowing at Frantic Farms, and then round it off with a visit to the Warkworth Library to see the Spirit of Hills Foot by Foot show, where all works measure 1 square foot, including photography, painting, drawing, textiles, glass, collage, mixed media, low relief modeling, and they're all for sale. Other galleries exhibiting juried shows during the 2 weeks of the festival are the Art Gallery of Northumberland in Coburg and the Colborne Art Gallery. As well, Apple Root Studio Tour presents 27 artists in 22 locations who will open their studios to the public, located from Grafton east to Brighton and from Lakeport north to Hastings. And Corin Smoke and local Indigenous artists and crafters from Alderville First Nation will host an exhibit and sale of paintings, crafts, beading, and jewelry on September 29th and October 1st. An open NFOTA photography contest with youth and adult categories and cash prizes has just opened and is sponsored by Horizon Plastics. The Northumberland Photography Club will put together a slideshow of the club's work, which will be shown in several libraries, and a display of photographs will be on show at Edward Jones in Coburg. And for lovers of stories and poetry, NFOTA has several literary events. Following the success at the last festival, on Saturday the 17th, NFOTA presents WOW, Words on a Wire, a multimedia poetry performance featuring our national, provincial, and Northumberland poet laureates, along with other award-winning and local poets. And this is generously sponsored by the League of Canadian Poets, Horizon Plastics, and private donations. Directly following WOW, you can come and join Parade of Poetry. This glorious imagination of the People's Republic of Poetry has created a picnic table anthology with poems composed by poets laureate from Coburg, Brighton, and the Parliamentary Poet Laureate of Canada, and many others. The poems have been etched into the tabletop, and it will be displayed in front of Victoria Hall. After the WOW event, the picnic table will be paraded through the downtown to be gifted to the bookstore, Let's Talk Books, where the Coburg Town Crier will cry on delivery. And talking of Let's Talk Books, this independent bookstore in Coburg is holding 2 free reading series evenings. The first on Wednesday, September the 21st, will feature several authors, including bestseller Vicky Delaney, Canada's one-woman crime wave, and author of over 50 mystery novels. The second series on Wednesday, September 28th, will be an evening of readings by Indigenous writers. Showcasing 36 local and regional writers and poets, Spirit of the Hills Arts Association and Blue Denim Press present the launch of Hill Spirit 5 Anthology on October 1st at Victoria Hall. And Blue Denim Press authors will entertain you at the Mill on September 29th. Family-friendly Cultivate Festival at Haute Goat Farm on the weekend of September 24th and 25th welcomes the NFOTA Book Fair as a participant, partly sponsored by Spirit of the Hills. Popular children's authors will entertain the kids at regular storytime sessions so that parents can browse the book tables laden with books of all genres and do some early holiday shopping. NFOTA will also run a kids graphic novel event where kids can hear from an author and an illustrator of graphic novels and participate in a hands-on graphic novel activity. Too numerous to elaborate on one by one, we have over a dozen workshops confirmed for writers, visual artists, fiber artists, and creatives in general. From popular workshop facilitators like Sue Reynolds, Shanez Jan Mohammed, Ishel Suarez, Jennifer Bogart, and Cynthia Reyes. Reva Nelson will run a workshop on resilience. Elder Melody Crow will lead a discussion entitled Sounding the Drum and Raising Our Voices, Progress in Truth and Reconciliation. And in the workshop Art of Restoration, a guided tour of the Black Oak Savannah will focus on the practice of ecological restoration and the convergence of traditional and Western stewardship. Film Access Northumberland has partnered with NFOTA to put an ecology event for the children and their parents at Pesquille Park called Saving the Monarchs. Fan will screen Nick DePencia's award-winning NFB film, 4 Wings and a Prayer. And NFOTA will welcome 8-year-old Morgan Mansfield of Morgan's Monarchs, and a Butterfly Way Ranger with the David Suzuki Foundation's Butterfly Way project. Kids can find out how Morgan rescues caterpillars and releases the emerged monarch butterflies and how kids can make a difference. Edward Hagendorn, artist and retired expressive arts therapist, will then offer a hands-on themed workshop for children after the presentation. And so that's what we're presenting in a very brief way. So thank you all for listening.
Sing it,
shout it,
Play it.
dance it.
paint it.
Say it.
We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word. We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.